Ever had your umbrella turned inside out by a gust of wind and thought, well, that's a disaster? Now imagine that, but on a citywide scale. Welcome to the world of hurricanes. The recent memory of Hurricanes Irma, Harvey, and Maria still lingers, etching indelible marks on the communities they struck. These tempests didn't just bring winds strong enough to flip cars like pancakes or rains heavy enough to flood cities. They also left a profound socioeconomic impact in their wake. Widespread devastation, certainly, but also long-term recovery efforts that span years, even decades. Just like a bad house guest, hurricanes leave behind a mess that takes ages to clean up. From flattened infrastructure to displaced populations and economic turmoil, the aftermath of a hurricane is an example of the raw power of Mother Nature. So as we all know, hurricanes are a bit more problematic than a ruined umbrella. Now picture a swirling vortex of wind and water, like a monstrous whirlpool in the sky. Sounds like a scene from a fantasy novel, but it's actually a day in the life of a hurricane. Hurricanes are not just random acts of Mother Nature, but rather dynamic systems driven by a complex interplay of atmospheric and oceanic forces. Imagine this, a colossal spinning top, its axis stretching miles into the sky. This is the hurricane, a marvel of nature's engineering. At its core is the eye, a calm, serene center. Surrounding it, the eye wall, a ring of thunderstorms where winds reach their highest speeds. Extending outwards, spiral rain bands, like arms reaching out, carrying intense rainfall. These components work together, creating a system of organized chaos. It's like having a quiet picnic in the center of a racetrack, where race cars zoom past at breakneck speeds. Ever wondered how a hurricane pops into existence? It's not a stork delivery or a genie wish. It starts with a warm, sunny day over the ocean, a gentle disturbance in the atmosphere, like the fluttering of a butterfly's wings. This tiny ripple grows, drawing energy from the warm ocean water below, spiraling into a magnificent, albeit daunting, dance of wind and water. As this atmospheric ballet unfolds, a number of key players join the performance. The warm ocean waters provide the stage, offering essential heat and moisture. Then there's the Coriolis effect, the invisible hand that guides our developing storm, giving it that distinctive spin. Add in a dash of atmospheric instability and voila, our storm starts to look and act like a hurricane. And what about those towering clouds and the spiraling bands of rain? They're part of the show too, growing with the storm, adding drama and intensity. And that is how Mother Nature throws her tantrums. Did you know hurricanes are big fans of hot tubs? Not literally, but they do love warm ocean waters. The ocean is like a giant heated pool, and hurricanes are like party guests who just can't get enough. These mighty storms draw their energy from the heat and moisture of the ocean. The science behind it is quite fascinating. As the seawater evaporates due to heat, it rises and condenses to form storm clouds and rain. This process is called latent heat release. It's like the steam that powers the hurricane engine. The more heat energy there is to feed the storm, the more intense the hurricane becomes. So the ocean's warmth is like a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's essential for marine life and our climate. On the other, it's the perfect fuel for these mighty superstorms. So in a way, hurricanes are just trying to enjoy a warm bath. A very, very destructive bath. Ever heard the phrase calm before the storm? In a hurricane, it's more like calm during the storm. Let's say you're in the heart of a hurricane. It's usually surprisingly peaceful. That's the eye of the storm for you. This tranquil area at the center of the hurricane belies the fury that surrounds it. Now envision stepping out of that calm eye into a ring of towering clouds and intense winds. That's the eye wall, the most destructive and fascinating part of a hurricane. The eye wall is where the storm's highest wind speeds occur, along with torrential rain. It's like being at the most intense concert of Mother Nature's band, with thunderous drum beats of rain and wind instruments howling at their peak. You could compare the eye of a hurricane to the quiet kid in class, calm and serene until you realize they're surrounded by chaos. The only thing scarier than a hurricane is a supercharged hurricane, thanks to climate change. Let's explore how this works. It's a bit like a tropical storm hitting the gym, getting all buffed up. The gym in this case being the warming oceans, and the weights, atmospheric moisture and extreme weather events. As our planet heats up, so do our oceans. And hurricanes, they love warm water. It's their protein shake, their fuel. Warmer water means more evaporation, more moisture in the air. And moisture is another thing hurricanes love. It helps them bulk up, get stronger, more destructive. On top of all this, climate change also seems to be increasing the frequency of extreme weather events. So not only are we dealing with beefed up hurricanes, but we're also seeing more of them. It's like giving a hurricane an energy drink. Not something we want, but it's happening. Now that we know where hurricanes come from, how do we find out where they're going? As we continue to grapple with the reality of the Earth's temperature changes, it's important to consider its potential impact on future hurricanes. The far-reaching consequences of a warming climate on these storms are significant. Increasing sea surface temperatures can supercharge hurricanes, leading to stronger, more destructive storms. Rising sea levels can exacerbate storm surges, causing more extensive coastal flooding. Changes in atmospheric patterns could even alter hurricane tracks, potentially putting new regions at risk. The future may sound like a bad weather forecast, but it's not all doom and gloom. The more we understand about these phenomena, the better we can prepare and protect ourselves. This is where science meets survival. So as we move forward, remember, understanding hurricanes is not just about science, it's about how we'll get through them. My advice, always carry an umbrella, just in case. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this.